Hello YouTube, Insane J here. A lot of you might have noticed that recently I've been tweeting a lot about this weird plugin called the Replicator plugin that I've been working on and finally released a couple days ago. Well, this plugin is indeed called the Replicator and works on all Bukkit servers worldwide right now. It is running on the current Bukkit release and it is pretty cool, in my opinion at least, but I made it, so who knows what that counts for. So today I'm going to show you exactly how I went about making it, what the plugin looks like as of now, and a sneak peek at some of the code, even though I'm not going to release all of it yet. Once the Replicator program is done in terms of what I want it to be in the end, then it's going to be completely open source, and I'm going to show you guys how I wrote it, and maybe even do step-by-step writing, so you guys can write it at your computer with me and come out with a similar result, one that'll work, at least, for the current build. So first, if you want to download this, in case you know how to run your own Bukkit server, you can head to insanej.com/replicator, and you get this beautiful layout. It's going to have bug fixes, a to-do list, and maybe a little comment section that you don't even need a login or anything for. But right now, here it is, version 1.1, 2 steps back. Now, version 1.1, 2 steps back is a really cool thing where it creates a diamond. And the diamond that it creates has a gap in the middle, so if you are able to jump inside of it, then it's great cover. It's really not really what I intended, but it's what I'm building my newest version around. So can I drag this onto the desktop? There. Okay. So here is the replicator jar. Now, some of you might know that a jar can either be a Java executable or something like a Java archive. These are Java archives. You can unzip them. Right now you can see the plugin YML. It's a simple thing where you have the name of it, where the main is, where when this plugin is enabled, what's it going to run first, the current version, and some of the commands and whatnot. Now, that description is outdated. It takes a while to update everything, make sure it's all up to date. That was originally what it did. It would create a 3-branched structure that would cave in around the person who placed a portal. And right now you have the 2 class files. I didn't put the open source version in. I know some of you might not like that, since I'll be explaining how to do it and you won't be able to get the code right at your fingertips quite yet. But that's that. Okay, so now I'll show you what it is. My server is running right now just from my hard drive. I didn't configure it. There's no reason why. So I'm going to take the current version of Replicator. I'm just going to compress it just for the heck of it, so it doesn't have to replace anything. This is the current version that I'm working on, the developer version, you could call it. That isn't released yet. So now I'm going to execute this code, which will start up my server. The server is just basic. And we'll see, version 1.1, 2 steps back, has successfully started. So let's go ahead and log in. I'm going to pop open Minecraft, and you'll be able to see what this current version of the plugin looks like. It has no permission system, no OPs, nothing as of now. But the next version is going to have a lot of cool, awesome things. And the version after that will have permissions, OPs, new figures you're able to make that you get to recommend, and I'll look into making them. You might even have something where you can replicate something that you've already built, so the replicator thing still makes sense. If you're curious, by the way, at where the idea for the name Replicator came from, watch my most recent blog on youtube.com/insanejfilms. So if I give myself some portals, doesn't matter how many right now, then you'll see it, I have the portals, and I'll be able to type in /replicator, and Replicator version 1.1 has enabled. So I'm going to go over to a blank spot over here, and this is, here, it's pretty cool. Here's the original Replicator. You would be standing right here, and it would build this around you, and you'd be trapped inside. But I'm going to show you right now the current version. It made a diamond. Now that seemed a little glitchy because my computer is in a bad mood today. But I'll show you from a distance. There you go. There's the diamond. I'm going to make a couple more of these. Hopefully, I'm going to adjust my fog distance here. There. So this in itself is pretty fun, as long as you don't kill yourself. You can make giant tunnels, really, and any block in the way will be immediately destroyed and replaced. But I haven't set any specific permissions or ideas for it yet, So I'll be working on that a lot very soon. You can see this is like my testing grounds around here. Here I have like some coordinates when I was coding initially. Okay, that's a pleasant way to end this experience. Alright, so that is that, but you could have figured most of that out on your own. If you go to minecraft.insanjay.com, also it is always running there, and you can type in /replicator. And it'll work as long as you're not in the spawn area, since it has spawn protection. So here is the code. Now I have the release versions up. These I believe are version 1.1, even though it says 1.0. I believe this is the version that you guys want to take a look at. Let me see. No, this is the branch one. This is okay, so this version is version 1.0, Heart Attack, and I'm not going to get into why I called it that right now. You can check out my blog. I'm about to have a massive blog post on how I figured out how to do all this stuff in case you want to follow and learn all on your own, which is very beneficial because you don't need to keep going back to a video. But here is version 1.0, not the current, not the release version, because again, I don't want it to be open source. This is the version not being used right now. It's a little sloppy, but I'm just going to run through a little bit. So first I'm going to go through the current release version. You can see I had to to make a package. So here there is a package. I can go into here through Finder. If I go into Documents, my Eclipse, which is my IDE right now, and then into Replicator, you can see source, me, InsaneJ, Replicator, and then here are the .java files that we're looking at right now. So you have to make your own package that looks exactly like that in order to program. And I imported a lot of cool stuff, so I'm able to use array lists or check out events, whoopsie daisy, and do all that cool stuff. Here I declared the log, so the console. Here I made a block listener, which is this right here. And down here it registers whenever a block is placed. It'll start whenever it starts up, it'll do that. When it's disabled, it'll print that out. When the default command r /r replicator, right now the /r doesn't work. I could just delete that right now, so there's no confusion. The replicator doesn't matter it doesn't matter the case. Then it'll toggle replicator. Down here you can see if it is not enabled for the current player, then add it to this list, add it to the list of what it's enabled for. That makes it so an infinite amount of people could be added to the list or removed, and it'll say the current version is enabled. Else, if if it is enabled, then remove it and say it's disabled. So it's a simple toggle. And then enabled, this condition right here is just it returns true if replicator users contains player, or false if it doesn't. So that's just the basic layout. This sort of thing is very easy. I might put this in the description if people want it. But this sort of thing, you can get something like this on the Bukkit website or a tutorial. They normally have sample versions of these. The listener, I'm just going to scroll through real fast. You can see it goes, if it's the first time, replace the thing into wood. If it's the second time, place one on the top of the original. Here, make the column. Here, straight back, diagonal to the right. Make it one block higher so they can't jump out. One block to the left so they can't go to the side. And then here, it's behind them so they can't back up. And then it says, I hope you enjoyed the replicator. So that was probably a bit too much information if I really didn't want this to be open sourced, because I kind of tore the support part to make the new version, but it's still the base of everything. So that was a very brief explanation. If you don't know what Java is, that probably didn't make much sense. But I thought, hey, why not give you guys a peek at what I've been doing, how I've been working on it, and all that stuff. Also, I thought I should make the video longer and give you more information, because my internet, my Verizon internet service had an outage for the greater part of today, and it only just came back about 15-20 minutes ago. That's why I'd record it now, so I could show you guys what it actually did, instead of showing you just the code like I did right then. So, I hope that you guys are happy about that. Check out on my blog. The post might not be up for a long time, because I actually need to go out to dinner and do a lot of stuff. So it might not be up until early tomorrow, like very early tomorrow morning, if not late tonight. That's about it. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I personally love making these plugins. I get home every day from whatever I'm doing that day, on the weekend, on weekdays, doesn't matter. And I keep coding, I keep solving problems, I keep working on stuff. And very soon, maybe the early next week, the next release will be out, where you'll be able to type in /replicator and then a shape, like circle, house, diamond, mineshaft, and it will make that for you where you are currently looking, where you're targeting. And I think that's pretty good, and I hope you guys really like that. So more information, follow me on Twitter. I tweet very frequently about what's going on with the plugin, what I'm working on, what annoyances I have. If any of you guys were following me, you saw my rage-filled statuses about the internet being down and then finally coming back up again. So that's about it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and check it out at insanej.com/replicator. And any of your plugin developers or anything, the link that you click to download the plugin from there won't change very often. So yeah, see you guys later.